call sign is Wiz. And even Senator Bob Corker, he's a very powerful senator, Republican. He's the chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. He's even saying, hey, Mr. President, just stop. Just stop talking or tweeting in this case. I reported yesterday, breaking news, that I'm done with the guy after the whole, hey, I'd be honored to meet with that smart cookie, what's his face, Kim. It's ridiculous. On that note, and on a more serious note, China has reportedly issued their final warning to North Korea, meaning, hey, no kidding, guys, stop, or this guy is going to do something. And you have to take Trump at his word, folks, even if he is flip-flopping or negotiating. He said, if the guy lights off another nuke, not going to be happy at all. Kind of a red line. He didn't say red line. So China is really, really leaning on these guys. Doesn't know, and we don't know if it's going to work out, if the Chinese even have enough power. Last thing the Chinese want is a unified Korea, capitalism and everything right on their border. So it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out, folks, but you have got to keep this in your scan when you're investing and trading right now. And that's not even to tell you that Iran is watching exactly everything that's happened. They have military exchange tours between Iran and North Korea, and whatever North Korea has, you can be sure Iran has it. So, they're all the world's watching what Trump does with North Korea, because Iran's next. Here we are at Lucy with the football, the Republicans. We just can't, or they, I'm done with the we, the healthcare. Seriously? Third time's the charm. It'll be this week. It was supposed to be last week. It was supposed to be the first time. No, this week, really. I'm still reading that and hearing that it's not going to happen. Why do we care about this as far as the market? I briefed on that one hedge fund chief investment officer. Forget his name. When it failed the first time, he's like, who cares about healthcare but poor people? So that was kind of brutal, but he was right. The market really doesn't care about healthcare. They care about what its impact on tax reform is. If the Democrats are going out of their way to cause problems in healthcare, they're going to do it with taxes. They're going to do everything. Look at the spending bill that got through yesterday, and Democrats were doing a huge victory lap. We got everything we wanted. We got more than Obama would have given us. And the president had to, again, take to Twitter, and, these guys are spiking the football. I thought this was bipartisan. Again, Lucy with the football. Trump ends up flat on his back because of Schumer and Pelosi. It's just So I care about this, folks, because remember, I said this is a hope and change rally, folks. Here's the hope that Trump's going to do something, and now we're leveling off here at this 2400 line, waiting for what? The change. And it ain't happened. I talked last night at about 7 o'clock in a trader roundtable about the VIX. When it got below 10 or even around 10, you have got to get long volatility, folks. This is ridiculous. When vol is cheap down here at its resting heart rate, you buy it. When it's expensive, you sell it. The VIX hasn't been this low since 2007. Literally, I'm sitting in the Chicago Board of Trade the last time vol was this low. What's this telling us? The VIX is telling us that what? There's nothing wrong out there. Everything's phenomenal, peachy keen, and we all know differently. So I look to put on a bullish double vertical on VXX. I have my accelerated retirement brief here at 1. We'll take a look at another one of those trades. You just have to get long vol here, folks. This is hurricane insurance, dirt cheap, and hurricane season's coming. Why wouldn't you load up on it? Apple, swing and a miss. I called this, folks. I said Apple earnings are probably going to be a sell on the news, and we nailed it. iPhone worries persist. Still have issues over in China. Losing ground again in China. Country's weak spot as iPhone maker sees growth in other regions. China's big, man, and seeing weak in China, it doesn't bode well. Obviously earnings are looking in the rearview mirror. These guys are looking forward. I'm still very, very long-term bullish on Apple. We have two positions in our AR portfolio here. One's up $4,200. That's a Jan 18 trade, and our Jan 19 trade is just getting airborne. It's up $450. But we'll talk about that here in a little bit in our accelerated retirement. Friday, we have non-farm payroll. That's the jobs number. We got an ADP print today. Where is it? ADP. Right in line. I mean, the forecast was 178. We got a buck, 177. Wow. Big revision to the downside here, though, folks, for the previous month. Well, not big, but there was a revision down. Remember how last month ADP wasn't even close to the Friday non-farm payroll. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on Friday. Weekly options. Great trade so far. Let's pull up our weekly options model portfolio. So here's the 85. What's that? Let's, political science major here. What's that? 55 times 15 is a $825 profit so far on the 2405, 2410 bear call spread. That's since Monday. And then how's this one looking? 85 to, that's 300, or what's that? 30 times 15, duh. No, that's my snipping tool. I just like to do public math. 30 times 15 equals there. So $450. So we have over $1,200 to $1,300 in gains so far on our 2 weekly options bear call spreads. I sold into it on Monday, sold into it again on Monday, and then we're rolling over nicely here. Remember, Friday, folks, aside from non-farm payroll, we get what? Sunday's election in France. I don't think the market's going to be going long into this weekend, and I think we continue to kind of fade into Friday. So these trades are looking good for max potential profit. So I'd be a holder on both these trades. Okay. All right, folks. I got to run. I got to get ready for AR. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll see many of you at 1 o'clock.